What's up, you guys? I just wanted to give some tips on dashing if you want to become a dasher, or my experience as a dasher. I've been doing it for a little over a month now, and I just feel like there's some stuff that I wish I would have known right when I started dashing, and I'm sure you could find it out by, sorry, I ignored that, by doing a little research, which it's not all out there like the information I'm gonna give, but I feel like this could be very beneficial if you're gonna start dashing, or if you want to dash, and make it maybe like you could do it as a full-time job. It all depends, and to do it as a full-time job you need to become a top dasher, and I'm gonna go over that in just a minute. But if I could just suggest anything, it's, so let's say you want to become a dasher, you download, you do your background check, and they approve you, so now you can be a dasher. Well, as soon as they approve you, you have 2 weeks as a top dasher. A top dasher means that when you go on the app, you can start dashing any time of the day. It could be in the middle of the night, it could be in the morning, it could be in the middle of the day. It doesn't matter. As long as there's orders in your area, you can dash. Now, if you're not a top dasher, you can't dash. You can only schedule dashes, and if you're in a busy like city, it's hard to do it because a lot of people already schedule them and there's none available. You have to schedule it weeks in advance. And let's say you have something going on in a week and you forgot that you dashed, which I've already done. It'll say you need to dash, and you finally get the opportunity to dash, and you might be busy and you forgot about it. So the scheduling tool is nice, but if you're in a really populated area, it's hard to schedule dashes. So the most important thing if I could just go back from when I first started, the most important thing I can do is, or tell you guys, is become a top dasher. Now, top dasher, to qualify for it, you need to have a 4.8 rating, which is not really hard to do. You need to have 200 lifetime deliveries. Now, this is the most important one. I'm gonna really go into detail. So they give you 2 weeks as a top dasher. You have to take advantage of this. So get your 200, I mean, even if the order's $3, just do it. You wanna get to the 200, because in the 2 weeks, if you don't get to 200, you literally can't qualify for top dasher, and you have to wait an entire next month on the second day of the month to be qualified for a top dasher. So there might be 30 days where, let's say you hit the 200, and this did happen to me. Let's say you hit the 200 a day after that they already did the qualifications. You're gonna have to wait another 30 days to become qualified for a top dasher. You can call support, you can submit tickets, and there's nothing they can do. You have to wait till the next month period. And this did happen to me. So in my first week of dashing, I did great. I did like 100 something orders, and then in my second week, my car, unfortunately, my fuel pump went out, and it cost $1,700 to fix it. I couldn't dash. I didn't have my car for a week, and during that week that I didn't have my car was my free period of being a top dasher, so I missed out. So I had to schedule dashes, and I could only dash on the most like hot, what is it called? Hot busy times, or there's a word for it, I'm sorry, but so let's say like the time where it's most busiest in your area, where almost anyone can dash. But it's very rare. It's like they give you like an hour here, an hour there, and then they kick you out of the app once you're done with that hour. So if I can recommend anything, get your 200 lifetime deliveries as quickly as possible while you can take advantage of the top dashers. So as soon as you get kicked out of top dasher, this is what happens. So let's say I'm not a top dasher. I wake up at 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. I want to go dash. My area is gray. I can't dash. I wait till 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., still gray. I can't dash. Let's say it's 12 p.m. It's rush hour for like lunch. People are putting in lunch orders. If my area is red, I can actually dash for a little bit, which is convenient, but you can only do it until they kick you out of the app. So let's say I was top dasher and I woke up at 8 a.m. I could start dashing the second I wake up, the second I leave my house, and I can start dashing. So top dasher, you might not, if you're wanting to do dashing as your real job, you have to be a top dasher. So the most important qualification for top dasher is the 200 lifetime deliveries. So make sure in those 2 weeks, in the 14 days, you get 200 deliveries. If you do, that's 14 days, about 10 to 20 orders a day. What times 14? Yeah, you'd be over 200. So I really recommend doing that, because if you don't do that, you're gonna have to try getting your 200 in increments. So like 12 to 1 in like a rush hour, and it's really hard. Luckily, I only had to get like 20. I think I was like 40. I think I was 40 away, and I was able to finally get it. I just stayed out late, really late one night because from 12 a.m. to like 5 a.m. they really need dashers. Not many people want to dash in the middle of the night. There is a lot of orders, but you got to sacrifice your sleep. So I was able to get to the 200, and then I qualified the next month for top dasher, and now I'm currently a top dasher. So the other qualifications, there's a 4.8 rating out of 5, 4.8 rating out of 5, an acceptance rate. You can choose to accept or decline everything, but just take into consideration that you're tracking your gas, so it's a tax write-off. DoorDash does an adjusted pay, what you were guaranteed, a guaranteed pay, what you were guaranteed at the end of the month, and you get to use a tax write-off for any miles that you use. So it's like, why just accept them? I mean, maybe low ones are $3, but when you see those low ones, if they're really not that far, instead of rejecting them and making your acceptance rate go down, I would suggest getting them just so you can get to that 200. And later on, if you do want to decline orders, you can. I've never declined an order. Even if it's $3, I've never declined it. I personally think that it's not in your favor to decline it. Maybe it's a low pay, but those $3 and $4 and $5 orders, they add up really quick. If you do 3 in a row, let's say you do a $3 order, a $4 order, and a $3 order, that's $10 right there after 3 orders. And you get a tax write-off for your gas that you're tracking, and then you also get an adjusted pay, or it's called promise pay, what you were promised to get paid. And you never know, you might get a cash tip. So the other one is delivery rate, 100% completion rate, which usually if you're completing your orders and you're not stealing the food or anything, you're gonna get 100% of your completion rate. And then the other one is completion rate, feedback, on time or early, and I think that's it. And then just having a 5 stars. Yeah, so if I could, honestly, the most important thing if you want to be a dasher is to be a top dasher. If you don't become a top dasher, I'm telling you, it's kind of frustrating. Like you can schedule dashes, but like I said, if there's a lot of dashers in your area, it's gonna be hard to schedule what you want, and you got to do it weeks in advance. And sometimes by the time you go to look at it, it's already gone and everything's already booked. So the most important thing is becoming a top dasher. And for me, I get there, I arrived at store, and I always submit the feedback. So at the bottom, when you accept an order, it'll say like what's going on at the store when you arrive. Is your order still being prepared? Is the store super busy long line? Is the drive-thru a busy long line? Can you not get any help from employees? You really need to take advantage of that feature, and every time submit what's happening. If they don't give you your order right when you get there, submit that it's still being prepared so DoorDash knows. And then if it's been 10 minutes of your waiting, that won't be counted against you when it comes to your feedback. Your feedback and your customer rating is the most important, your dash rating is the most important thing when it comes to becoming a top dasher. Now, in the first 2 weeks, you have full live support. So if something's happening, if a customer's being rude to you in chat, if you're not getting any help at a restaurant and it's making you delay, make sure you get on live chat or call them and get it documented so later on it doesn't affect you. Because if you just let a bunch slide and it affects your ratings, you're gonna get kicked out of top dasher and you're not gonna be able to dash and make money. And if you can't make money and you don't have a job, then you're gonna be really frustrated and you're gonna have to look elsewhere. So if I can recommend anything, I know I've been going on a tangent about it, but it's really like I wanted to get that, just really set that in stone. Become a top dasher, take every order, and the little ones do add up. And make sure, another thing would be download an app. It's called, it's a blue one. I'll link it in the description. But as soon as you leave your house and you turn dashing on and saying that you're ready to dash, turn it on, track your miles the entire time, and make sure you're tracking your expenses by tracking your miles, and then your income, so you can put away money on taxes. Let's say you get $200 for the end of the week, or let's be real. Let's say you make $600 for the week. The 600 is a good little average. You probably will have to take away taxes $100 and something dollars. I would add it to a savings account or take it and store it somewhere, but keep your money for taxes right now. Don't wait till the end of the year to pay your taxes, because all of a sudden you're gonna be owing, let's say you make like $20,000 a year, you're gonna be owing like $1 to $2 grand, and you're gonna have to pull that out of nowhere if you spend all your money. So make sure, like, don't spend the taxes that you need to take out, and really look into it, how much taxes are. And there's so many great apps, and like I said, I'm gonna list it below in the description, but you can find just some apps that just help you tremendously. I have one that literally tracks all my expenses, which is the gas mileage, and then tracks my miles, and then tracks my income as well, and then I know how much I'm gonna owe on taxes, so I can do it quarterly or yearly. So those are the most two important things I would say from the get-go. Like the first 2 weeks, I didn't know anything about tracking my miles, which I wish I did, and I lost out on it. And gas is super expensive, so you want to track your miles so you can get a tax write-off at the end. Or you're gonna be paying for your gas, not getting a tax write-off, and then just having to pay taxes on what you make, and you're not gonna get anything back for the gas that you pay to do the deliveries. And then another one, recently, I mean, I do take a picture every time that I drop something off or I hand it to something, but recently I've been recording it, which you guys will see in the videos and stuff, because a lot of people do say that the order never arrived, or there's drinks missing, or just like little stuff that they can, hopefully they think that they're gonna get by on so they can get a credit and they get free money. And then they don't realize that it actually jeopardizes us, it jeopardizes our ratings, it makes us look bad. So document everything if you can, record as well. And I have a big camera that I've always used for photography and videography, but it's like big and bulky, so it's hard to carry when I'm carrying orders and stuff. But recording is, I feel, super necessary, and it's fun to look back at stuff and just see what I did and things like that. But that way, if you're recording and you drop off and leave, you know that you're safe, you didn't steal it, or obviously you probably didn't steal it, but just in case you get a bad customer who's got bad motives and wants to say that they never got the order, at least you have a video and a picture saying that you submitted the order. And if you're, if you're taking orders, don't do other stuff, just get the order, go straight to the house, drop it off, and then submit it. You don't want your feedback to go down, because you will get kicked out of Top Dasher, and you don't get second chances and stuff. Like, if you're doing something bad, not bad, but if you're not getting there in the amount of time that they're giving you, and they're giving you a lot of time, and you're late, it's gonna affect you, and you're not gonna be able to bounce back from it. So that's another one. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over. It's super, super important that you become a Top Dasher. If I could stress that, I wish I knew that from the second I started. And I wish they would like really say like, hey, you might want to take advantage of this 2 weeks and take advantage of live support. They're there to help 24 hours. They're really, really, really supportive and helpful. And yeah, Dashing is super convenient. I've moved to a new town. I needed a job while I'm doing schooling, full-time student. So being able to dash when I want, when I'm done with my homework and stuff, is so convenient. And you can make anywhere from $100 to $200 a day. I've made even over $200, and I accept every order. Even if it's a small order, I accept it. I'm tracking my miles. I know the little orders will add up, and I'm not doing anything anyways. I could just sit there and hope that I'm gonna get another order, but might as well just do that order. And sometimes when you're doing those little orders, another order will stack on top of it and make it worth it because you're right next door to another one. So taking triple and double orders, I feel, is very convenient, because sometimes you get over $20 worth of orders, and they're all sometimes a road away from each other. So there's always wear a mask. That's what I suggest. And then be super respectful when you go into the restaurants or when you're picking up the food. Don't like, just be patient. I've waited a long time, and at least I've gotten help, and I'm nice about it, and I wait, and I don't like just keep on antagonizing the food cooks or anything. Like, they're making your order, and if they're not, after you show them, if they're not, if you waited for about 10-15 minutes, then you can double check and ask. But you should respect them, because they are getting a lot of orders, and usually their drive-through and stores full as well. So you have to just take into consideration, like, they are working hard. So unless you're like really been waiting for a long time, just let them do their work. They're gonna get you your order, and like, you don't have to just keep asking them constantly and everything. So I guess that's mainly all I wanted to get out of this video, is just if you're planning on dashing and you want to be a dasher, then I highly recommend you just type in on Google Top Dasher, or go into the settings on the Dasher app and read about how to become a Top Dasher. It's only got like 5 criteria. The 200 lifetime deliveries is the most. If I could stress enough, it's like, you want to just get those out of the way, get the 200 deliveries, and obviously get great feedback. And yeah, the 200 deliveries, you're gonna find out, is the most important thing. And then once you get the 200, you could dash when you want, and then after that you only have to get 100 a month. And 100 a month, you could just do 10 orders a day for 10 days out of 30 days in a month. So it is really easy, I feel like, to not to coast, but to stay in Top Dasher, and then obviously to just get good feedback. But if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, delivering the food, doing what the instructions ask, and taking a picture and delivering on time, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. You can dash whenever you want, and you can start making money. The best week I did so far was like $800 and something, or maybe it went up to 900 with the DoorDash adjustment pay, but it was a really good week. And then it was actually the week before my car broke down. My car's fixed now. I've been dashing. I haven't really ran into any mean customers, just mean merchants. Like, some merchants aren't very, like the private merchants that like family businesses, sometimes they could be a little cranky, but even though we're just delivering food, we're not being mean to them. So I've only met one really cranky. Actually, I met a few cranky workers and stuff, but like, you just got to kill them with kindness. Honestly, just be nice and respectful, and if they want to be mean or upset, then that's on them. And we are, I wonder what happened. But yeah, that's honestly all I could think of on top right now, and I'll list the app below. Just make sure you always track your miles. Make sure you put away money to spend on your taxes, and don't spend your tax money, and just get those 200 lifetime deliveries and get the best feedback possible, and take advantage of the live support and everything. And if a customer's rude to you, just instantly go to live support. You have no reason to be talked down upon, to be threatened, or even have to deal with something you shouldn't have to deal with, like any rude customers. You don't need to deal with that. If you've taken a picture of their food, if you delivered it right where they asked you to deliver it to, and you've taken a video, it's all in DoorDash's hands from there, and the customers, like, they can deal with it because you did what you were supposed to do, you got paid for it, and you move on to the next order. And yeah, I mean, I have a 5.0 rating. I'm a Top Dasher, and I feel like I do really good on the app, and I'm super nice and respectful of the merchants and the customers. And yeah, I'm really enjoying DoorDashing, and I've tried Uber Eats and stuff too, but my personal favorite is the DoorDash, and the support I think is great. And I've read a lot of reviews saying like, oh, DoorDash doesn't care about their employees, or like us, and DoorDash won't, like, if you're a Top Dasher and you do what you're supposed to do and you want to make money on their app, you can make money on their app, and it's really enjoyable, and it's super convenient. So I'm currently a college student, and I'm doing DoorDash to supplement my income instead of commuting back to my old job. And yeah, it's the most convenient thing, and I really appreciate that there's an app like DoorDash and that I'm able to deliver stuff. And so, and while I can be a Top Dasher and keep doing it, I'm definitely going to take advantage of it. And if I can help somebody out that's brand new or thinking about dashing, I hope I made that clear. And it's super fun. Just make sure you track your gas and have fun. So yeah, if you guys like the video, please hit the like button. It'll help my channel. I'm going to be recording more DoorDash experiences and uploading them and making kind of like a vlog style out of it while I do school and stuff, just for fun, because I love video recording. And if you want to see more, you can just hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and I'll literally reply to them probably once every night. I'll click on the comment section just to see, and I'll answer anything that you guys have. I'm going to talk about my wild stories with DoorDashing, because I have a couple wild ones, not like scary or wild ones, but just super ironic and weird. And yeah, but overall it's been a fun experience, and I do love DoorDashing. And yeah, can't wait to see where it's only been a month and a half worth, and can't wait to see where I go throughout 2022. So have a great day, guys, and see you guys on the road. Peace.